everyone, my name is Diana and welcome to my channel. This is my first video that I'm ever posting on YouTube and it's crazy. This first video I wanted to talk to you about grad school. I'm currently in grad school right now. It is my second year in grad school, so I feel as though I kind of have enough street cred to make this video because I kind of have learned the ins and outs of grad school since it's a little different than just regular college. So I feel like this is a good time to make this video in case there are people out there that are wondering if they should go to grad school, and if you're at a point in your life when where you're debating what you should do next with your life, and if you are thinking about grad school, then keep watching. So if you're wondering, should I go to grad school right now? Is it even for me? What would I even do? What is life like as a grad student? Let me tell you. So the one thing that's so important that I didn't really realize until I started school last year, fall of 2021. Actually we're in 2023. So fall of 2021 I started. Wow, that's okay. I started fall of 2021. I've been in school this whole time, full time. So there's something that I learned that I didn't learn it the right way. But one thing you should know about grad school is that it consumes a lot of your life. So something that I learned the hard way was learning how to time manage better. So when you're in grad school, you're not just focusing on school, but you're actually working. And there are a lot of people, some of my colleagues, that are working full time, and they have been working full time this whole time that I've been in this program. So you need to be working as well. Not that you have to, but majority of grad students are working because we're no longer in undergrad. So you need to learn how to time manage school and work and have a healthy coexisting balance with each other. But the fun doesn't stop there, girl. Not only do you need to manage work and school, but you need to manage your social life as well. I mean, unless you don't have any friends and you just want to like sit at home and not do anything, because that's literally my kind of night. I just love coming home from class and just sitting on my bed and watching my TV. It is the best feeling. Like after a long day, that is the best thing ever. And even on the weekends, I still don't want to go out because I'm so exhausted from the week that I just want to cuddle in bed with my little squishmallow and just watch Netflix and videos all day long. And shopping. I love shopping. So I'll do those and order food while sitting in bed. But if you do have a social life and you do enjoy going out, seeing your friends, making new friends, maybe you're going to grad school in a new city and you don't know anybody, so you kind of have to make new friends. You also have a social life that you need to incorporate into your work and school life. And then on top of all that, you got to find time for yourself. Like, if you want to have a social life, if you want to go to school, if you want to have a job, you need to find time for yourself. Like, you gotta find time for yourself. And when I say yourself, obviously everyone, I'm sure you know, but it's your mental self, maybe your physical self, making sure that you find time to go to the gym if that's important to you, making sure you have enough time to prepare meals if that's important to you, making sure that you have enough time to read a book if that's important to you, or like I said, just sitting in my bed and watching Netflix. That's time for myself. So having this balance is so incredibly hard when you're in grad school. I don't know why, because when you're in undergrad, it seems like it's a little bit more doable, and that's maybe because you don't have a job or a real job. That's something that you need to consider when going to grad school and applying for grad school, is just knowing what's to come, and that is the whole time management aspect to grad school. So that's important to keep in mind. The other thing that you need to know about grad school is that the classes are so tough. In grad school, you can't just, ditch class or sleep in or not do the assignment. Like, there's no way. Like, there's absolutely no way. Your professors will be expecting that you turn in everything either by the time class starts or by the end of the night or something. So they're very strict on that. There's absolutely no leniency. So unless there's a dire emergency, but even if there is an emergency, you have to let them know like a couple days before, unless it's a dire emergency that happened the day of the assignment is due. That's never happened to me, so I'm not sure what would happen, but just know that assignments are always, set in stone, and if you miss an assignment, they're probably not gonna take it. It's not like undergrad where they're like more lenient. They're like, okay, I'll work with you. Like, no. If you miss an assignment because you simply forgot, there is absolutely no way that you can, turn that in later. So that is one thing that is different. Another thing is that, if you miss a day of grad school, like of class, they will start deducting points. There's only if I don't know how all grad school works, but in my case, in the college that I go to, we have classes at night because they want to give people a chance to work during the day and go to classes at night. So because I have class at night, we only have it once a week. One day of class per week. So if you miss one day of class, which is about a 3-hour session, then you missed a lot of content, and there's no way that you can pass your classes if you're not going to every single class. If you miss one, it's no big deal because, if you're sick or something, but once you start missing more than one, it gets really ugly really fast. Also, the amount of reading they give you is astronomical. The amount of reading they give us is insane, bro. Insane, bro. Holy crap. I've never done this much reading in my life. I've never done this much reading in my life. Like, they give you like chapters to read until the next class. And it's understandably so, because you only have that one class once a week. So it makes sense. But not me, girl. Like, wow. My last thing that I need you to consider before, deciding that this is what's right for you, is to just know that you are going to be so broke. You are going to be so broke that you're going to cry. Yeah. And it's crazy. Yeah. Personally, for me, I'm going to be doing my student teaching very soon because I am in grad school to be a teacher. So I will be starting my student teaching in March. I am going to be so dead broke that it's not even going to be funny because they really encourage you to not work during student teaching. But that's a whole other thing. The amount of money that it costs to go to grad school is insane. And there are multiple ways to go about this, to go around the system and go through grad school different ways. I know if you work in a company and you work there long enough, and you decide to go back to grad school, they will help pay for some, and that's good. And there are different options and ways that you can do that. But for the most part, even if people are helping you and your company's helping you and whatever's helping you, grad school is so expensive. There are no, grants and no, all these little things that they sprinkle in when you're going into undergrad. Like, they don't have that for grad students. So a majority of like what I have are loans. And I have gotten a few scholarships here and there throughout these couple of years that I've been in school, but for the most part, it's been a lot of loans, girl. A lot of loans. So many loans. As long as you're comfortable with knowing that, as you're paying through school, you're going to be broke. And I know a lot of people personally that the deeper we get into grad school, a lot of my colleagues, the more deeper we got into grad school, the less hours they took at work, the more they were talking to their bosses and letting them know that they need to start working part-time instead of full-time, because it just gets so heavy that sometimes it's just not doable for your mental sanity. It is just not doable to work full-time and take all these classes unless you are working and taking one class at a time. But then that is just also a problem on its own, because it's going to take you years to finish your degree. But if you take the route that I did, which is go full-time, just try to finish it all within like 2 years or however long your program is, then you need to be mindful that you are probably not going to be able to work as much as you do now. And, that's okay. That's okay. Your mental sanity is much more worth, going crazy, because once you start going crazy, then your grades are going to decrease. And, and it's that whole thing of managing time for yourself. And then you're going to start to lose yourself. It's just not, I don't know. It's your choice at the end of the day, what you want to do. But personally, I've just noticed as the, program gets deeper in, the less you would want to work. And that's something that I've seen personally with my colleagues. So yeah. And not just that, I mean, you're spending so much money on your degree that you start to do the whole ramen thing like you did when you were in undergrad. So ramen will become your friend, and cheap food will become your friend. I try to eat as healthy as I can, but I find I try to eat healthy in the most cheapest way that I possibly can. It's still doable to still eat healthy while on a budget. And a lot of my life has been cut because, or the fun stuff has been cut because of grad school, and I just don't have enough time to make money like I used to. So yeah, those are my 3 things that you need to know about grad school. And if you are debating and if this is the right path for you, at the end of the day, no one will know except for you. And if you do start grad school and you just feel like it's just not it, or maybe the program is not it, that's okay. And you can absolutely drop out. You can go somewhere else, or maybe you just decide, I don't want to do it anymore, and that's okay too. So at the end of the day, is grad school worth it? I personally think it is, because for me, I think it is for me. I think in this world that we're going in, I think a bachelor's degree is simply not enough anymore. People are gonna start requiring masters. So that's just what I think. But if you're perfectly, content with your undergrad degree, and you think, you're gonna suffice, and do something else with your life other than what you're doing now, and it doesn't require a master's degree, then absolutely don't fucking go through your master's program. No. I know a lot of professions now, they're moving into that where you need the master's, or maybe you don't need it, but it is very beneficial for you. So a lot of companies are requiring it, a lot of majors are hyping it up. So at the end of the day, it is your choice. If you take the 3 things that I told you and you think, oh, maybe I'm just not at a point in my life right now where I want to read that much, or maybe I just got this promotion at work. Maybe this isn't the right time for me to like go back to school and have to decrease my hours, then that's fine. That's okay. You can go to school whenever you freaking want for the rest of your life. And that's okay, because school will be there forever. But your mental health and your wellness and your happiness comes first. And if you feel like your happiness will expand after you go through your master's program, then it would be worth it. But if you think that it wouldn't add that much value to your life, maybe right now, that's okay, and you don't have to do it. You don't ever have to do it. So that's my 2 cents. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Thank you for watching it. I will have my Instagram linked down below, and I'll see you guys next time.